and getting better as a player and getting better just overall in life.
There you go. Now you're going to have obviously a strength and condition coach. We're going to have a life coach. There are some great individuals here working for Chosen One generation.
I was going to say that. I'm sorry, Trey. What was it that made you want to be involved with this basketball program? Because there is so many AAU basketball programs out there, and even DeMarcus said it. There's programs where they just want to take your money, and then you might get sucked dry, and they take all of your funds, and then they might close up shop, and you're like, well, I can't play basketball. I can't do what I wanted to do. What made you want to be a part of what this program is with Chosen One Generation?
Because, when I was doing rec league and stuff and playing for middle school, I wanted to do something better, go different places other than just in the county. I just wanted to, go out. So I just chose. My friend, Devin, told me to,
Yes.
Because, that's his son or whatever. So he told me to come out. It would be a good chance.
Devin and Dylan Oliver.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I better be careful. He's already better on the mic than I am. So
He's prepared, man.
Be careful.
Hey, we gotta train these kids, man. Look at whether they want to be a player or they want to be a broadcaster or a coach. There's so many opportunities that are like in the TBL with the Raleigh Firebirds, and the same here with the United States Basketball Association sanctioning what is the Chosen One generation of NC. So I asked the question earlier: where do you want to travel to? You said you're looking forward to going on the road. What state? I just came back from New York and New Jersey. What state do you want to visit or play basketball in? Is there one state you really want to play at?
Really, Florida. I don't know.
Florida?
Oh.
Good choice.
Yeah, it's hot.
Except it's raining there right now. The Daytona 500 got postponed. I feel bad for my mom and dad, really. The race is going to be tomorrow at 4 o'clock. But sometimes it's nice in Florida, then it rains in Florida, then it's sunny, then it's hot. But Florida, that's a fun state.
It's like North Carolina all over again.
North Carolina's becoming the new Florida for sure.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
Well, listen, Elijah, thank you so much, buddy, for stepping up and have a letter of intent to be a part of Chosen One Generation. Ladies and gentlemen, our final person of intent to play for the Chosen One generation of North Carolina, Elijah Rogers, everyone. Elijah Rogers. And Elijah, thank you, buddy. Here's your paper. Coach, we'll let you finish up signing, and then we want you to come join us real quickly for an interview for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then me and Trey will close it out. So, Trey, again, a lot of special moments for these kids. And, yeah, I know we might have butchered a couple of names, not meaning to intently. But along the way, it is just for these students, these kids. They're the future. They're the future leaders of America. They're the future leaders of what we might be able to watch on Saturday or Sunday in sports, in basketball, in hoops, or broadcasting for us as CRN. And this is something that I believe they'll always remember. They'll remember February 16th, 2020 at 7:45 p.m. or 6 o'clock, whenever this thing started, and remembering the intent of seeing what it's like to go to one of these signings where they might make it one day to a college school to play college ball. And then if they're really good enough and they go from college ball, they can make the big bucks in pros or semi-professional sports. This is a stepping stone to make it to that level. And I think that's one of the reasons why what we do with the CRN Sports Network got involved with AAU Sports 3 years ago and is now involved in what's going to be the Chosen One generation of North Carolina basketball program.
Well, we have to remember that basketball is a big part of AAU ball. But we didn't sign up just for the basketball situation. We signed up to grow these students. We signed on to watch these students and young players become better individuals. And so, yes, basketball is a huge part of that, but, watching these kids grow and watching them just talking about the game that they love doing, it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's pretty awesome. These kids are great talkers. They love what they do. So it's an honor and a privilege. Again, we get to be on the radio, talk all day long. But we can turn our mics off. But these guys have to be the ones that get on the basketball court and kind of become a better individual. And it starts with Coach Oliver.
For sure. So we've been on the air for about 50 minutes, letting everybody hear all of the intent, everything about the players that are being introduced in the Chosen One of Generation basketball program for this year in 2020 in North Carolina. We're going to take a quick radio timeout because we do want to thank Golden Corral. They're munching on that delicious buffet right now. Save some food for me because I haven't ate yet. Again, 3424 Capitol Boulevard in Raleigh. They're proud to be a part of what is the Chosen One Generation basketball program, the United States Basketball Association, and with the TBL and the Raleigh Firebirds professional basketball program. So we're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we will speak to our colleague of CRN, Andrew Laird, because he's joined me. He's here. And, of course, the coach, DeMarcus Oliver. Live from Raleigh, this is the 2020 Chosen One Generation of North Carolina Media Day, presented by Golden Corral on the CRN Sports Network and crnsports.org.
How you gonna roll tonight at Golden Corral's Beef Lovers Banquet with our all-new bacon-wrapped flame-grilled sirloin filet, hickory smoked beef brisket, carved portobello top sirloin, and golden delicious shrimp? Oh, wait! Now that's what I call a strike, baby! Every night at the Beef Lovers Banquet, victory never tastes so great. Golden Corral, your choice. Rules.
Stop and dine in, whether pregame or postgame, at Golden Corral, the official restaurant of the Raleigh Firebirds. 3424 Capitol Boulevard in Raleigh.
You have the right to choose freely. It's Article 1 in Golden Corral's Golden Bill of Rights. So now you can choose breakfast items for lunch and dinner. Dig into new breakfasty things like French toast topped with sweet strawberries and cream cheese, the ultimate breakfast burrito, made-to-order omelets, and more. All you want at a price you can afford. Bob, what time is it?
It's 1 p.m.
Bob, it's breakfast time. It's always breakfast time. Golden Corral, the best buffet in the USA.
The following is a presentation of the CRN Sports Network, solely for the private, non-commercial use of our listening audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission without the express written consent of the Raleigh Firebirds and CRN Sports Network and the Basketball League is restricted and prohibited. Follow us online at crnsports.org.
This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN.
Welcome back to Golden Corral, 3424 Capitol Boulevard in Raleigh. This is CRN Sports Network coverage on this Sunday afternoon into the nightfall of the 2020 first Chosen One Generation North Carolina Basketball Intent Contract Signing and Interview Program. I am Wesley Outland along with Trey Sneid. We're also joined by Andrew Laird. And Andrew, you just recently got hired on the CRN staff, buddy. You're going to be calling basketball with us whenever you can, or any other sports. You did a great job over the weekend filling in for us in New York and New Jersey.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. We had a lot of fun doing it.
That's what we like to call pick a brother up.
Pick a brother up.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we want to acknowledge all of the people that are on our team, because just like for the Chosen One Generation basketball family, just like for the United States Basketball Association, same thing as for the TBL that we cover for the Raleigh Firebirds, and the same thing for the CRN family. We have a family of people, and it is people that is like Trey Sneid and myself, Wesley Outland, Brandon White, Daniel Moore, Bruce Barrett, and now we also bring to the league Andrew Laird. So, Trey, it's very special that we have now a six-man broadcast crew. Had to fan some people out, had to weed people out that weren't cutting the mustard, Coach, right? We had to cut them. You had to cut them loose. Right. So you had to cut them loose, and you got to bring in the right people. But I believe once you find the right ingredient, you find that ketchup to match that mustard, that mayonnaise to go with that relish.
You know he's hungry.
You've got the perfect recipe, and your program goes good. Coach Oliver, thanks for joining us, man.
You got it. Thank you so much.
Did I bring you out, or did I bring you out?
I needed that. Yes, sir.
mayonnaise and relish, ketchup and mustard. I mean, yeah. Yes, Trey, I'm hungry.
I can tell. Right.
Right.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about what does this mean to chosen one generation, and just the smile that you see on these parents and see on these young adults in this room tonight here at Golden Corral.
This is I would say, Trey, this is a dream come true. This all started with the vision, and to see the smile on these kids' faces, the light in their eyes, just from a moment like this, just the moment that mattered, man. This is what touches my heart, my soul, and it just, it gives me the green light to just keep going for the youth, man. And this is what it's all about. It's not about me. It's about these kids.
And I got to say thank you to these kids because they came out in full force. I mean, you can see that they're definitely intent is wanting to play with your basketball program for the Chosen One Generation of North Carolina. By the way, you can go online to chosen1generation.com. They have an official website there presented by NBC Sports Engine. And again, why did you create this program, and where do you want to see this basketball program under the direction sanction of the USBA, United States Basketball Association, and of course for AAU sports be in the Tar Heel State?
Right. Yeah. This organization, like I said, I started it 9 years ago. I was that kid. These kids here right now, I was that kid years ago as a child that did not have opportunities like this extended to me. And so, you always say with your own child is that you want them to have a better life than you did. And so, all these kids that you guys have seen to come and sign, they're just like my very own child, man.
Right.
And providing a platform where the kids who've been cut from their school teams, the kids who may not have opportunities, they still desire training. They still desire exposure. They still desire mentorship, and that's how I built this organization. It's built upon those principles, is reaching out to the youth. This is more outreach. You have a child that believes in the program, a parent that believes in the program, sacrifice and to be with us. This is the impact we're looking to make in the community. So
you have Victoria Jones that is joining you with FAVI, Faith and Victory Life Wellness coach. She does everything with players across the country, men and women, to now doing things here in the AAU to help young children build up their legacies and careers in basketball, mentally, physically, conditionally, just all of the things that you need to be a good athlete. She provides that. Jared Dowdy with the Elite Exposure Basketball Program and all the great things that he's going to do. And our CRN colleague, Andrew Laird, where we met over the weekend in Albany, New York, with Built with Brains. Obviously, I don't have any, but Built with Brains. Andrew, talk about what that program is for AAU basketball and being a part of the Chosen One Generation program.
First and foremost, I just have a lot of people to thank. First, I want to thank God for putting all these people in my
Amen, brother.
life.
Thank you. Amen.
Yeah, absolutely. And then secondly, DeMarcus Oliver, thank you, man. Without you, none of this would have been possible for me. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be working with CRN. I wouldn't be working with the Firebirds or anything like that. So I have a lot of respect, and I have a lot of gratitude towards our friendship.
Yes, sir.
So thank you very much for that. But
likewise.
With Built with Brains, what we want to do, what we want to accomplish. So one of my main goals whenever I train an athlete or I train a team is I want there to be no doubt when they step on the court or the field or whatever they're playing that they are the best, most well-conditioned athletes on that court. So that's my goal with this team, with these teams, is to help them develop themselves both physically, mentally, and in their skill as well, to help them perform on the court and off the court. Because we want to develop them as not just a player, but also as human beings and as grown or as men and women.
Hey, I absolutely love it because again, you can do the on the court stuff. That's the easy part, should you say? But
absolutely.
Building these individuals and young adults, men, women, kids, to be a better individual, better person. That's where you see the growth. That's where you see when something like this makes a difference.
For sure, absolutely. And I love the fact that you said we thank God. First off, without God, we're nothing. And if you don't know who God is, you need to have a personal relationship with Him because He's going to take you places where you think you're struggling and going through bad things in life. He'll lift you up. You have to believe in Him.
Absolutely.
And definitely, we need to have Him in all of our day-to-day life and in our blessings. And I believe that this is a blessing in what is going on for AAU basketball Basketball and the United States Basketball Association, with now the chosen one generation of NC basketball program, with Elite Exposure, with Life Wellness and Lafitte and Built with Brains and all of the programs, CRN being a part of it. You got a group of people, and I don't even want to say it friends or colleagues. We're like family.
That's right.
I mean, we literally hit it off. I didn't
right.
know you from Adam and Eve, from the Genesis book of the Bible, until 3 weeks ago when we made a trip to Indianapolis and to Owensboro, Kentucky. And Trace Knight, I know you knew him for like 4 years, but I didn't know you. And then
Right.
he got stuck